You just joined the Create Harmony podcast. Welcome. In this place, we spend time talking about everyday joys. We talk about abundant blessings that sometimes get overlooked. We set our rhythms with the rhythms of nature, and we celebrate the changes that each season brings. And we like to use our imagination as a way of listening to God and tune our senses to the magical presence of the Holy Spirit. You can find your place here. And while you're doing that, you might also find some peace. Welcome back to episode 42 of the Create Harmony podcast. So today we're still focusing on change and how we can respond to it. And I shared in our last episode that at our house, we've got a lot of change going on. My older daughter is leaving to study abroad. My younger daughter has started her senior year in high school. And we are also T-minus a couple of weeks from our move to a new house. So there are a lot of feelings going on at our house. Now, in general, let me share with you that in general, we're a pretty steady and routine people. The people that live here in my household, making big changes to our living environments is not our most favorite thing. There is more than one person who lives here who is the type who likes to eat the exact same thing for lunch every day. I mean, that's who we are. We're the kind of people that would get really high marks on dependability and consistency, but we would probably score a little lower on spontaneity. So a move is a pretty big deal for us. And it becomes especially a big deal when you wrap it all up in childhood memories. Now, I also shared in our last episode that these changes, all these things we're experiencing are good things. We are aware that they are good things. They are blessings. And even though we do have some stressful moments, there are a lot of great things about the phase that we're going through. So as I was deciding how I wanted to process all this change, I felt like the best path forward for me was grounding in gratitude. Now, since I work from home, I've spent probably more time in our house than anyone else in the family, and that totals up to many, many minutes. And in the time that I've been here, so many wonderful things have happened. And I wanted to try to figure out a way to capture all that. I wanted to try to process it in a way that wasn't just lamenting, but also not just turning away and leaving it behind. So what I did was I've begun making a list of those memories. I placed a journal beside my bed, and each day I just take a few minutes and I write down all the things I can remember. And this happens in any random order. It might be something that happened on Christmas morning 6 years ago that I think of, or something that happened yesterday. There is no order to this list, just a rolling list of little fragments of life. Now, we have photo albums that have preserved big events, but I'm also trying to capture all the more granular things, the stuff that wasn't quite worthy of a scrapbook, but is still a blessing. And this process has been so rewarding for me. In fact, I'm wondering if maybe this needs to be a life pattern that continues even after we move. Once I write all these blessings down, I can keep them as long as I like. I can take them with me wherever I go next. I can revisit them anytime life gets too overwhelming. I wonder whether these memories will help me process life when the changes that I go through are not as pleasant as the ones we're going through now. Maybe I'll look back at this list as a source of inspiration to create a refuge from some future stress. I mean, who knows? But anyway, I'm thoroughly enjoying this process, and I wondered if you might want to give it a try at your house. Just grab a journal, jot down a few good memories, any memories you can think of. It doesn't have to take a long time. It could be 5 memories a day. It could be 2. It could be 25. Don't try to make the list organized and orderly. Let it come to you as it does. You will be surprised what you discover. And I hope you enjoy the process. Now, for our closing today, I'm going to read a part of a liturgy written by Douglas McKelvey from his book, Every Moment Holy. And this is a liturgy for home repairs, and it goes like this. For the blessing of this dwelling, O Lord, for the fast foundation, the roof stretched overhead as a sheltering canopy, for the luxury and security of windows and doors, for these strong walls, staying wind and weather, for the comforts of floor and furniture, of heating and cooling, of fresh running water and electric wiring, for all fixtures, appliances, and conveniences that make our lives here less toilsome. We give you thanks, O Lord, acknowledging that all provision is your provision. This place is a gift. The sharing of life within these walls is a gift. May it be so. Thanks so much for joining us again today. We hope this episode has blessed your life and that you will find new ways to ground yourself in gratitude as you're going forward. And we'll be back next time with an episode about embracing what's next. So we hope you'll join us then too. And until next time, peace.